In the previous part of this story, the wealthy ERUJEJE family seemed blessed beyond imagination, but every night at exactly 3 a.m., Mrs. ERUJEJE secretly performed a mysterious ritual, combing her cursed hair and chanting for wealth while her husband slept. Everything was going well until a woman from her past appeared and stole the scarf hiding her secret. Now the question is, was Rose sent to destroy ERUJEJE's family? By 8 p.m., her husband was not home. That was unusual. She called, voicemail. She called again, voicemail. She waited on the sofa. Moji called up beside her until sleep took them both. She woke up at 11:24 p.m. Still no husband. She carried Moji to the bed, came back, fell asleep again, this time until morning. The following morning, as she woke up early, she drove straight to Delta Group. No security at the gate, people running in all directions, panic in the air, and then she saw it. The main building, Mr. ERUJEJE's company, reduced, burning. Firefighters were already fighting the flame, and Mrs. ERUJEJE saw this. She panicked. She ran straight into the building. I went into that spooky building without even thinking. I didn't even care if the structure would collapse on me. I stayed low to the ground. I searched room to room, calling for him in my mind because my voice wouldn't come. Fire everywhere, smoke everywhere. I was almost suffocating, and then someone grabbed me from behind and dragged me to the nearest exit. Outside, I heard people talking, a shallow conversation about the company's CEO and executive being taken to the hospital in the morning. I followed the ambulance. The doctor asked if I was the wife of one of the executives brought in the day before. I smiled like God had placed me exactly where I needed to be. I said, yes, take me there. We got to the room, and there he was, my husband, lying on the hospital bed. I sat on the floor. I cried. I cried until I couldn't cry anymore. She sat beside him until the night fell, held his hand, watched him breathe. Gracefully, he was alive, but the burns were not severe. He could recover. 2 weeks later, he was discharged, wheeled to the car, driven home. Moji had been with the neighbor all these days. When her mother knocked on that door and told her her daddy was home, Moji ran and wrapped herself around her mother's leg. I have missed you, mommy and daddy. Where is daddy? Moji exclaimed, and her mom replied, come and follow me. Let's go and see him. That night, for the first time in a long time, they all went to bed early, together, happy, exhausted, and safe. 3 a.m. came, and Mrs. ERUJEJE slept right through it. The joy of her husband being home, the relief, the exhaustion, it's all wrapped around her like a blanket, and she slept like she had not slept in years. No ritual, no comb, no ancient chant, just good sleep. Days passed. She cared for her husband. She took Moji to the school. In the morning, she wakes up, goes to the dressing room, opens the second drawer, looks at the old wooden comb, and smiles. Then she closes it and walks away. Days passed. She cares for her husband, took Moji to school, cooked, cleaned, lived, and every night she slept through 3 a.m. Her head was no longer in the game. On the 8th day, she decided to go to the bank. Food was running low, she needed some cash, and she took her ATM card and her husband's. She stands in front of the ATM machine, inserts the card, enters the pin, and then waits. But the screen shows insufficient funds. She blinked, removed the card, try again, insufficient funds. Again, insufficient funds. She tried her own card next, like a child sent on an errand by an intimidating mother, fingers tapping, heart raising, whispering quietly, Oriyami o, Edbami o. Still insufficient funds. She pulled out her phone, called her husband. He picked up. Mrs. ERUJEJE panicked. Okomi, the ATM card is not working. It keeps saying insufficient funds. Enipe kò sówó kankan no account rárá. Mr. ERUJEJE replied, hey, come on, insufficient funds? How? As how? Did you enter the right pin? Did you insert the card the right way? Or maybe it's just network? Mrs. ERUJEJE replied, honey, I tried everything before calling you. Mr. ERUJEJE, composing himself, just come home. I will handle it. Then she drove home, and her husband, still recovering, got to the bank manager on speed dial. What they found in those accounts was about to change everything. Hello. The bank manager received the call and said, yes sir, I am going to do a quick check on their system to know what happened. The bank manager, Mr. Dapo, seriously focused on the computer screen, typing in 10 minutes. Mr. ERUJEJE shouted, saying, "Have you seen it right there?" The bank manager says, "Yes, sir. I think I understand what the problem is. You came to the bank with your wife yesterday to withdraw all the money in your account, and I have the camera footage to prove it." He then sent the video to Mr. ERUJEJE's phone. He sees the video and shouted, "Jesus!" The video shows Mr. ERUJEJE and his wife holding hand in the bank, holding a very big black bag full of money, pouring out as they walk away. This shocked Mr. ERUJEJE so much because he knew he had not been to the bank recently and he has been at home since the incident with the company and the fire. Meanwhile, Mrs. ERUJEJE, driving furiously to the house, parked in the driveway, quickly entered the house. She is looking up surprised and her husband called her. "Honey, come and look at the video." "My wife, come and look at the video the bank manager sent." Mrs. ERUJEJE quietly sits close to her husband to watch. Her first reaction was how she used her fingers to expand the view with both her hands, like she is not seeing clearly. "Lord of Jesus, my husband, how is this possible? Me that I've been at home since, taking care of you and our daughter for the past 2 weeks now. Look, oh, they even look like us with the same clothes. Why are these people looking like us? Who are these people, darling? Have you reported to the bank manager?" Mr. ERUJEJE then said, "Yes, my wife, but the situation here don't need all that because it is us in the video, so there is really no point proving anything." Hearing this, Mrs. ERUJEJE shouted on top of her voice,
"There's fire on the mountain, oh! Honey, I'm coming. Let me go and check something upstairs."
She leaves her husband and goes upstairs directly to the dressing room. She enters the dressing room in the aim of looking for the wooden ancient comb in the drawer. Her hope was to find the comb, being suspicious of the cause of everything that is happening. Maybe she can reverse what is going on. Her heart is still pounding like it's about to pop out. She scatters the room in search of this particular comb, but all for nothing because in the end the comb was not found. She then dropped to her knees and cried out, for she knows something bad had happened and that the wooden comb has disappeared, and so goes all of the wealth and every good thing that come in package with it. Few minutes while she was still crying, her husband called her. "Sweetheart, what are you doing upstairs? Is everything okay up there?" Moments later, Mrs. ERUJEJE came back downstairs, her eyes red and swollen, kneels in front of her husband and says, "Ololufemi, my darling husband, I think now is the time to tell you everything about how the money we have been spending came through, about the non-stop contact deals. We are nothing without the spiritual wealth." The bank manager had told him the truth. The accounts, all of them, had been draining since the night the ritual stopped. No gradual fall, no slow decline, just gone. Mr. ERUJEJE said nothing for a long time, then he dragged a chair to the center of the room. Mr. ERUJEJE then said, "Sit down." Mrs. ERUJEJE sits without her scarf, she looking completely different, her hair rough, tangled and wild. She sat down, and for the first time in her marriage, she had no words ready, no gentle Yoruba praises to soften the hair, no quiet smile to redirect his questions, because he was not even asking questions anymore. He already knew. Mr. ERUJEJE then said, How long? Mrs. ERUJEJE replied, tears rolling down her eyes slowly, "Since the beginning." And there it was, the source of the wealth, the reason the contract never stopped, the reason the money always flowed, the reason God always clapped. It was never just hard work, it was her, sitting alone in the dark every 3 a.m., combing through her own hair, singing praises to the goddess of prosperity, sacrificing her own beauty, her own rest, her own comfort, so that the family would have everything. She never wore jewelry because the sacrifice required it. She never dressed up because the ritual required humility. She never let anyone touch her hair because the hair was the offering. And when the old scarf disappeared, the one Rose took, something broke in the connection. And when she missed the ritual for the first time, the flow stopped completely. What happened in that room that day, no one outside those walls can say for certain. But what we know is, a woman who loved her family so much, and she made a deal in the dark so that they could live in the light. A man prays for God blessings that were born from a secret he never supposed to find, and a little girl named Moji slept soundly through all of it. Some secrets are kept in wardrobe full of unworn dresses, while some are kept in the drawer full of jewelries no one touches. And also, some are kept beneath a simple old scarf, tied so tight, not because of religion, but because of love. If this story moved you guys, and if you felt something just now, kindly drop a comment below. Tell me, did she do the right thing? Was it love, or was it just deception? And before you leave, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because we have more stories like this waiting for you. Stories that are packed with secrets, sacrifice, and things people do for the ones they love. Just like we said earlier, don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.